I've narrowed my next cruise down to 4 incredible ships, but I honestly can't decide. So today I'm going to compare them side by side, and by the end of this video, I want you to tell me which one I should book. And you will honestly be helping me make this decision because it is so close. One of them I've been on before, the other 3 I have not, and I included the one that I've been on before because I know how awesome of a ship it is. But I'd kind of like something new as well. So my name is Kevin Sloan with Dream Vacations and Tradewinds Travel Team, and I'm here again with your vacation needs. We're going to hop into this, and hopefully you guys can help me decide. I am a travel agent, and in order to sell you these awesome cruises and vacations, I need to go on them myself. And that's where you come in today. In the comments, I want you guys to help me out. If you've been on any of these cruises, these particular ships, or cruise lines, let me know in the comments. Is your favorite Carnival, Norwegian, or Royal Caribbean? I know there's more than just those, but the purpose of this video is to help me figure out which one to go on the dates that I have available to go next summer. We are planning a group to go together, and those are the ones that are available that work out with all of our schedules. So help me decide between these 4 ships. Let's hop into it. So option 1, the one that I have been on before, and I love this ship, is the Carnival Mardi Gras. We went back 2 or 3 years ago. I want to say 3 years ago, and we absolutely loved it. We felt like there was enough pools on it. Sometimes they were a little crowded, but the pool in the back was the best one as far as that goes. And there's an ice cream stand right there. Speaking of that, this is what all I'm looking for, guys. I want great food. I want relaxing pools. I want plenty of hot tubs, good entertainment, a nice atmosphere, not feeling overcrowded, and fun sea days. What matters most to you guys on a cruise? So there's the Carnival Mardi Gras. I put it on there because I know it's a good ship, and once again, it matched up with the dates that we're going to be cruising on. I don't like to put that out there. I don't like to tell people when I'm going to be gone. I think that's a good safety thing to not do. You never know what neighbors might think when they find out you're going to be gone. That's a tip from me. Keep that stuff private and post your pictures when you return, when you get back home. So anyway, let's go on to the next one. We have another Carnival ship, the Vista, and from what I can tell, it's got a lot of pools and things on it too, maybe a little bit similar to Mardi Gras, but I don't know because I've not been on it. Have you guys been on the Vista? If so, please let me know. How does it compare to the Mardi Gras? Now, I will add this to the Vista, and do you guys pick cruises based on the destination it's going to, or you just say, oh, I want to go on that cruise ship? What is the determining factor? I like to consider both. I really don't want to go somewhere I've been before, but I can be swayed, especially in this situation where I'm traveling with a group. We want to make sure that we are just having a great time together. The destination is nice, but being with our group and our friends is the main important thing. So where the Vista is going, I really like the destination. We are also looking at the Norwegian Escape. Now, I have not been on this particular ship, but I have been on a Norwegian cruise before, and that was the Pride of America, which is always ported in Hawaii. That's what we took for our cruise tour last year, and we absolutely loved it. So I do know a little bit about Norwegian, but I know nothing about this particular ship. But we're going to talk a little bit about each one as we go forward. Have you guys sailed on Norwegian? Let me know what you think about them. Now we have Royal Caribbean, Adventure of the Seas. Now, I have several people that are always close friends of mine that are always like, I won't sail on anything but Royal Caribbean. And I have to be honest. I've only been a travel agent for almost 3 months now. I still haven't sailed on a Royal Caribbean cruise. So I'm much looking forward to that. That is my goal, is I am going to cruise on all these different cruise lines. Now, Adventure of the Seas is a little bit of an older ship, But let me know in the comments, guys, if any of you have sailed on this particular Royal Caribbean ship. Okay, let's dive into this in more detail. Pools and hot tubs. This is something that's very important to me because I've noticed on a lot of cruise ships that I have been on, they are small pools to begin with. And then if you get an overcrowded ship, it can hardly ever find a time that isn't so crowded. So which pools? We need plenty of pools. You don't want to just have one pool and then it's always crowded. So let's talk a little bit about the Carnival Mardi Gras. We have several pools, multiple hot tubs, adults only Serenity area. That doesn't really concern me that much because we will be traveling with our kids and our, family. We have waterworks and it can feel busy. Okay. So we're looking at the pools and hot tubs here. You see the stars, 4.5 stars, another 4.5 stars on hot tubs. So that's 9 stars out of 10. And of course, they all have that green check mark. There's the Serenity, the adults area on both Carnival ships. We have the Spice H2O on the Norwegian Escape and the Solarium on Adventure of the Seas. But it's not that big a deal to me. So that category, the adults area, really doesn't bother me. We got the pros, lots of variety. Main pools can become crowded though. Now let's compare the Carnival Vista, another Carnival ship, multiple pools, the Serenity pool, water park. The pros is it has an easy layout. Cons, main pools fill quickly. So that seems to be a common theme here. So for the Vista, not too much difference when it comes to the pools. We have 7.5 stars. Now the Norwegian Escape, we have the family pool. We have the kids splash area. We have adults only Spice 2O, the numerous hot tubs, great adults area. Family pool isn't huge though. And then we go down to Adventure of the Seas. The main pool, Solarium adults only pool, several whirlpools. Solarium is relaxing. Fewer pools than the newer mega ships. So Adventure of the Seas is only getting 6.5 stars. Norwegian, I forgot to say, also 8.5 stars. But Carnival Mardi Gras gets the nod on the pools. And I have to agree. I didn't have much trouble getting into a pool that was overcrowded there. That back pool always did us right. Now we're going to flopper on over to the entertainment section. And let's compare the entertainment among the ships. Looking at the stars real quick, it's looking like the Mardi Gras and the Norwegian Escape are getting the nod there. But let's look at why. The Mardi Gras celebration shows, comedy club, live music, boat roller coaster, punchliner. Now, I will say the boat roller coaster was tore up most of the time that we were on it. Now, the punchliner comedy, I feel like we went out there every night and watched the comedy show there, so I love that. And of course, you're going to have those things on Vista as well. IMAX Theater on Vista, Sky Ride, comedy, and live music. So Vista's not too far behind with 4 stars. Mardi Gras had 5, and now we're going to go over to the Escape from Norwegian. Broadway-style productions, they got 5 stars too. Comedy club, live music, huge casino, and district brew house. Now, Adventure of the Seas, 4 stars like the Vista. Ice skating show, that's different. That is a different take on a cruise ship. Royal Promenade, rock climbing, mini golf, and flow rider. Now, the flow rider and the rock climbing, I don't know that I would participate much in that. To each their own, I guess. We've got Adventure of the Seas with 4 stars. So Mardi Gras and Norwegian take the nod there. Which ship do you guys think has your favorite entertainment? And everybody's different, as far as you're sitting there watching shows, which one you think? Now, let's go to the next segment, the food showdown. Mardi Gras, another 5-star. Guy's Burger Joint, Shaq's Big Chicken, Shebang, Street Eats, Emerald's Bistro. And this combination of food is considered Carnival's strongest food lineup. So they had excellent choices of specialty dining as well on Mardi Gras when we went, and the variety and whatever you're feeling, So right there is a grand total of 14 out of 15 stars for Mardi Gras on food right there. Now let's look at Vista. We get Guy's Burger Joint, as well as the Blue Iguana and the Pig and Anchor, which is also on Mardi Gras. And we have a really good buffet, which the buffet I feel will probably be pretty consistent across all. Carnival Vista gets, looks like 8, 11.5 stars out of 15. So Mardi Gras is winning so far. Now we go to the Norwegian Escape, and we have excellent specialty restaurants: Cagney's, Moderno, La Bistro, O'Sheehan's, and a very good buffet. And they get 4, looks like 8.5, 3 to 12 stars out of 15. So they edge out the Vista, but not Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras looks like Mardi Gras is winning the food showdown here. We have Adventure with the Windjammer, the main dining room, Chop's Grill. Now, Chop's Grill sounds pretty good. Giovanni's Table. The food is solid, but older royal ships generally don't have as many included options. So not as many places where you can just go grab something. You're going to have to pay a little bit at some places on Adventure. Now we have a very important, so this is pretty important here. How crowded does it feel? Now, Carnival Mardi Gras, I think for us, we got a little lucky because it was not too far after COVID. A lot of people weren't back to cruising yet, but Mardi Gras is a huge, huge ship. And I can see now that people are back to cruising more again that it could feel very busy. So Carnival Vista, busy but manageable. So moderate. It's moderate, not nearly as busy as the Mardi Gras. Norwegian Escape is moderate as well. Now, Adventure of the Seas is more relaxed. You see there, it wins that category. It wins the crowded category as being more relaxed. That might be that maybe Royal spaces their ships out a little more. It could also play into account that it is a little bit of an older ship. This segment, we're going to talk about the overall vibe. Just how does it feel? How does it feel being on the ship? So on the Mardi Gras, it can be labeled as a party ship. Now we've been on 2 or 3 Carnival cruises, and I've never had this problem. I've never felt like it was a party ship. If you don't want that vibe, then just stay away from those areas is what I recommend. I guess we just didn't get around those areas, but I've had no issues on Carnival, but it is labeled as a party ship. Maybe we've been lucky. It is one of the newest ships in Carnival's fleet, and it is beautiful. I mean, you can just tell it's all nice and shiny. It's high energy, families, and lots happening. There's so much going on the Carnival Mardi Gras. Now, the Vista has that classic Carnival feel. It's a little more relaxed. It's fun. It has a little bit more of a family atmosphere. Oh, I would love to see just the difference between 2 Carnival ships. How can they feel different, you know? And why is that, I wonder? I want to see you. Let me know in the comments. What is it that makes the Vista a little bit more relaxed if you've been on both? Now for the Norwegian Escape, a little more upscale and modern, more elegant. Excellent nightlife. I can vouch for that too. It was it just had that more classy feel being on the ship, just the way it's laid out and trimmed, and it's just a really, now that was Pride of America, but I would imagine Norwegian kind of keeps their same decorative themes throughout their ships and things. So I definitely highly recommend Norwegian based on the one that I have been on. Now the vibe on Adventure of the Seas, traditional cruise, relaxing, great sea day ship. So when you don't have anything else to do, it's great being on the ship all day when you're a day at sea. So I wonder why that is. Why is it a better sea day ship? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's go over the pros and cons. Now that we've talked a little bit more about each ship, Carnival Mardi Gras gets the nod for incredible food, tons to do, newest ship, or one of the newer ships. But a bad con is it can feel crowded. Carnival Vista, great value, fun for all ages, easy layout, smaller than the newest ships. Norwegian Escape, fantastic entertainment, upscale feel, great nightlife, and special dining costs do add up if you do the special dining. I like the included stuff, you know. Adventure of the Seas, relaxing atmosphere, fewer crowds, great sea days, but fewer included attractions and dining that's just what it says. You guys can disagree in the comments if you want. My cruise comparison is this. Mardi Gras probably wins the food category. Possibly Norwegian can sneak in there. Mardi Gras could win the food and the entertainment and the pools. So that's 3 sections that Mardi Gras wins right there. 5 stars. Now, Norwegian Escape is also a winner in entertainment as well, I guess, if we can have a tie. But that's all that it wins. And then we have Adventure gets 5 stars on relaxation. Adventure also wins the crowds. The only thing they score the worst on really is the pools. But it is looking like, for some reason, that Adventure of the Seas, just from consistency, gets the nod because they don't have a 2-star. They have 1 3-star. Mardi Gras is missing 5 complete stars there. Adventure is only missing 4.5 stars. It's looking like Mardi Gras or Adventure are really, really tight together. But this is where you come in, guys. In the comments below, which one should I book? Let me know. Your vote very well might decide my vacation because they're all kind of similar in price. I'd really like to know. I know Mardi Gras is good. I've not been on the other 3. If you guys have been on the other 3 or at least been on a royal cruise, let me know. Let me know in the comments which one you think that I should book next summer. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, guys, if I have piqued your interest or you just enjoy watching my videos, please do me a favor. Hit that free sub. Turn the notify bell on. That way I can catch you in the next one.